Hello, passionate Celtic fans. Today we have plenty to discuss, starting with the ongoing search for our next manager. It seems the club has been busy in London over the past week, holding meetings with several potential candidates. While the initial list might have been longer, it appears some names have already stepped away from consideration. Among the frontrunners, Wilfred Nonstow, Kieran McKenna, and Cudson have been mentioned, though it is still unclear who has actually been interviewed. Nonstow is currently leading a team in Major League Soccer, which raises questions about availability, and McKenna would likely require permission from his current club before any discussions could move forward. The important takeaway is that Celtic are actively pursuing a solution, and there is a possibility we could see a new manager appointed before the crucial match against St. Marine in Sober the Futures of Martin O'Neill and Sean Maloney, who may stay on beyond the upcoming break. For now, it is very much a waiting game, but momentum seems to be building, and a significant announcement could be just around the corner. Turning to player matters, Dyson Maeder's situation continues to generate headlines. Sources close to the forward suggest strong interest from other clubs in January, and the recruitment team is already exploring potential replacements. Maeda nearly left in the summer, with clubs in both the Bundesliga and Spain showing interest. So an early departure now seems likely. However, with injuries mounting across the squad, Celtic may need to carefully time any move to avoid leaving the front line dangerously thin, especially with key players like Sebastian Tenkti and Misha Balisha possibly away at the Africa Cup of Nations. Speaking of Tenkti, the club confirmed he is withdrawn from his national team squad for upcoming friendlies due to a suspected thigh injury. This precaution aims to ensure he is fully fit for the St. Marin clash, highlighting the importance of managing our squad's well-being carefully. Meanwhile, Jota has shared a light-hearted update, introducing his new dog, Mr. Cowboy, on social media. While this marks a positive step in his recovery, we should temper expectations, as returning from such a serious injury takes time. The focus will be on gradual reintegration this season, with hopes of seeing him back at his best next year. On the contractual front, Kasper Schmeichel remains committed to the club, but has postponed discussions regarding his future until February or March. At 39 years old, many anticipate this might be his final season with Celtic, though he continues to express joy in playing for the team despite recent challenges. Finally, travel news for fans. Hibernian has reduced Celtic's allocation for the upcoming away match at Easter Road, meaning fewer tickets will be available for travelling supporters. While not ideal, dedicated fans will still have plenty to cheer for in what promises to be an exciting fixture. Back on the managerial front, speculation continues around potential appointments, with Nonstow often cited as a candidate who could bring fresh ideas and success. His track record suggests a proactive and engaging style of football, though concerns about adapting to a club of Celtic size remain. Whoever takes the helm will inherit a squad facing injury challenges, making the upcoming months crucial for both stabilization and performance. Turning our attention back to the squad itself, Celtic are facing a particularly challenging period in terms of injuries and player availability. The situation up front is especially precarious, with Dyson Maeda potentially departing in January, combined with the ongoing absence of Jota and the likelihood of Sebastian Tenkti and Misha Balisha being away at the Africa Cup of Nations. The attacking options are stretched to the limit. If Maeda leaves early in the transfer window, Celtic could find themselves relying heavily on James Forrest Johnny Kenny, and Han Junyoung to lead the line in some very high-stakes matches. It is far from an ideal scenario, and the club's management will have to tread carefully to ensure that the front three can handle the demands of domestic and European fixtures alike. Jota's recovery, while showing promising signs, remains a long-term process. The winger's recent and social media post introducing his new dog, Mr. Cowboy, brought a smile to supporters, but it also underscores the reality of a serious injury that will take time to fully heal. The focus for Jota this season will be on rebuilding fitness, confidence, and form. Celtic fans will have to be patient, as expecting him to return immediately to his previous high level would be unrealistic. The hope is that next season, with a fully fit Jota reintegrated into the squad, Celtic's attacking options will be strengthened significantly. Meanwhile, Sebastian Tenkti's situation has been closely monitored. He recently withdrew from the Chinese national squad's friendly matches due to a suspected thigh injury. The club has opted to give him a 10-day break as a precaution, aiming to ensure he is fit for the upcoming clash against St. Marin. Tenkti has been a nearly ever-present figure in the team since joining, starting virtually every match, and his fitness is crucial to Celtic's ambitions this season. Managing his workload carefully is vital, especially given the compact fixture schedule and the limited depth in attacking positions. The goalkeeper position also presents its own subplot. Kasper Schmeichel, who is 39, remains under contract but has postponed discussions regarding his future until February or March. While there is speculation that this may be his final season at the club, Schmeichel himself continues to express commitment and enjoyment in representing Celtic even amid the challenges of this season. His presence provides experience and stability at the back, but the club will also have to plan for 5-4 succession, much like the way Joe Hart's departure once allowed a younger goalkeeper to step forward. The upcoming months will reveal how the club balances honoring Schmeichel's contributions while preparing for the future. Off the field, Celtic fans have encountered some frustrations regarding ticket allocations for away games. Hibernian recently cut Celtic's allocation for the Easter Road fixture, meaning fewer travelling supporters will be able to attend. This decision follows a trend among Scottish clubs who have reduced away allocations in recent seasons. For fans who make the journey, the atmosphere will still be electric, but securing tickets will be more challenging than in previous years. The dedication of the supporters is unquestioned, and the club will hope that the smaller allocation does not dampen the players' performance or morale. Returning to the managerial situation, speculation continues to dominate headlines. Wilfried Nonsto remains a frequently mentioned candidate, with many fans and pundits intrigued by the idea of bringing in a manager with experience abroad and a reputation for attractive attacking football. Nonsto's time in Major League Soccer has seen him achieve notable successes, and while concerns remain about whether he can adapt to a club of Celtic stature, the potential for fresh ideas and a modern approach is undeniable. Other candidates, including Kieran McKenna, are also under consideration, though the path forward is far from clear. It is likely that Celtic will move quickly to appoint someone who can stabilise the squad and set the tone for the rest of the season. The challenge for any incoming manager will be significant. The squad is currently coping with injuries, absences due to international duty, and the potential departure of key players. The new manager will inherit a team that is physically stretched and mentally tested, making the first few weeks in charge crucial. Decisions regarding lineups, tactical adjustments, and player management will need to be handled with precision. There is also the pressure of maintaining domestic success while keeping an eye on European competitions. Celtic supporters are passionate, vocal, and demanding, and the manager will need to navigate this environment carefully to achieve results and retain credibility. Looking ahead, the January transfer window presents both an opportunity and a challenge. If Maeda does depart, Celtic will need to recruit swiftly to ensure the front line remains competitive. There may also be a need for reinforcements in other positions, particularly if injuries persist or additional players are called up for international duty. The club's recruitment team, led by Paul Tisdale, has a strong track record, and there is confidence that they will identify suitable targets who can integrate quickly and contribute effectively. Balancing short-term needs with long-term planning will be critical, as any misstep in recruitment could have ramifications that extend beyond the remainder of the season. In summary, Celtic find themselves at a crossroads. The managerial appointment, the status of key players, and the challenge of maintaining performance with a stretched squad are all intertwined. Every decision made over the coming weeks, from selecting a new manager to managing injuries and integrating potential new signings, will have a direct impact on the club's fortunes, as supporters can expect an intense period of speculation, analysis, and ultimately action as Celtic work to navigate this complex landscape. The atmosphere around the club remains charged with anticipation, and fans will be watching closely to see how these critical developments unfold. There's also the ongoing discussion about managerial candidates. Wilfred Nonsto has been a prominent name, drawing interest due to previous successes and an ability to implement attractive football. While he has yet to manage at the scale Celtic demand, the club have experience in supporting managers through transitional periods, and his style could align with the team's aspirations. Kieran McKenna remains another possibility, bringing a different approach and background to the table. Whoever is appointed will face the immediate challenge of stabilizing a squad with injuries, potential departures, and high expectations from supporters. The next few weeks will be critical in setting the tone for the remainder of the season, and fans can expect announcements and updates to emerge as decisions are finalized. Even as these managerial and player developments unfold, the commitment and passion of Celtic supporters continue to define the club's identity. From travelling fans enduring reduced allocations to those following every update from home, the energy around the club remains palpable. The combination of loyalty, scrutiny, and excitement ensures that every decision, from signings to squad selection, is discussed and debated in detail. This ongoing engagement is part of what makes Celtic unique, and it adds an extra dimension to the season's narrative. Looking forward, there's cautious optimism. While challenges remain, Celtic have structures in place to respond effectively, from a strong recruitment department to experienced leadership within the squad. The integration of returning players, potential new signings, and the eventual appointment of a permanent manager will shape the team's trajectory. Fans can expect moments of brilliance, tough matches, and plenty of talking points as the season progresses. The next period will test the club's depth, resilience, and ability to adapt. But with careful planning and support, there's every reason to believe Celtic can navigate the upcoming months successfully, keeping the team competitive and maintaining the standards expected by supporters. The upcoming fixtures will be a true test of the squad's depth and resilience. With key players returning gradually from injury and some still carrying knocks, Celtic's coaching staff will need to rotate wisely and manage workloads carefully. Matches against mid-table and lower-table opponents will be crucial opportunities to rebuild confidence. but any slip-ups could have a bigger impact than usual given the current instability. Fans will be watching closely, knowing that each performance matters not just for points, but for maintaining momentum as the club looks ahead to the business end of the season. And at the same time, there is a growing sense of curiosity and debate among supporters regarding potential tactical changes under a new manager. Will the team stick to the familiar attacking style, or will fresh ideas bring a shift in approach? Non-Stowe, McKenna, or whichever candidate takes the reins will inherit a squad that has shown flashes of brilliance but has also struggled for consistency. Finding the right balance between solid defensive organization and fluid attacking play will be key, especially with a front line that could be pieced together from a mix of established stars and younger, less experienced players. The pressure to deliver immediate results will be high, yet there is also room for gradual improvement as the new manager stamps his identity on the team. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. Whispers are swirling around Celtic Park after an unexpected revelation from Japanese midfielder REO Hatate. Known for his disciplined work ethic and quiet professionalism, Hatate has suddenly found himself at the center of what insiders are calling one of the most intriguing backstage stories at the club in recent years. Sources close to the locker room hint at a simmering tension between management and certain senior players, with Hatate's candid remarks offering a rare glimpse into what really goes on behind the iconic green and white hoops. According to those who have spoken off the record, Hatate hasn't held back, painting a picture of a dressing room where rivalries, strategic disagreements, and even playful pranks coexist with moments of genuine camaraderie. Fans who have long wondered about the inner workings of their beloved team might be in for a surprise, as the midfielder seemingly hints that not everything that happens at Celtic Park is as polished as the public sees. While no names have been dropped, the sense of intrigue is palpable, and whispers suggest that some players are not entirely on the same page when it comes to training approaches and match day expectations. What makes this revelation particularly striking is Hatate's reputation for professionalism. That someone so level-headed is speaking out, or at least giving a peek behind the curtain, adds weight to the rumors circulating among supporters. From casual locker room and anecdotes to hushed strategic debates, Hatate's comments suggest a club culture rich with personality, ambition, and occasionally conflict. Football insiders are already speculating whether this openness could signal upcoming changes in team dynamics or even in how the coaching staff handles internal communications. For supporters and pundits alike, Hatate's words have become a magnet for discussion, with social media buzzing about possible implications for transfers, tactical shifts, and leadership within the squad. While nothing is confirmed, the air of mystery has only heightened the aura surrounding Celtic Park, transforming what might have been routine training sessions into a theater of whispered plots and quiet power plays. Whether this is a fleeting burst of honesty or the start of a more candid era at Celtic, one thing is certain: REO Hatate has given the fans a story they'll be dissecting for weeks. In a club where history and expectation weigh heavily, the idea that someone inside is peeling back the curtain is enough to set imaginations alight. Hello fan, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.